truth makes those who are guilty of having deceived the people feel uneasy because they know the truth uncovers a lie and destroys it. Again, there are those who have always feared that someone would come along that black folk would really listen to, that they didn't control. And that would mean possibly the unification of the masses of black people, and this, some fear, as a sign of the end of their power and authority over our lives.
Salute, and welcome to class, guys. How y'all feeling,
Welcome
guys?
to the righteous sphere. We separate the gray areas over here.
Yes, we do.
We don't do the lying
No, we
like those
don't.
other places. No. We don't do no fucking lying over here. You're gonna get the truth.
Please keep in mind, guys, that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense, and we do not complicate it. So I got a good one today. Again, guys, when I do these type of videos, they don't stay in the video section for long. I end up putting these videos in my membership. So if you want access to these, so you know these gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm not gonna curse. I'm gonna slow it down. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna vibe to this Friday, guys. Now, I mean, it ain't gonna take me but 30 minutes. Don't worry. It ain't gonna take me but 30 minutes to make you get right, to teach you some get right. Cause y'all go about this thing all wrong, guys. Today, you've seen it. I've seen it. We've seen people share these quotes over and over and over again to prove a point, though. They don't know what they sharing. They don't know what the goddamn quote mean. You know what I mean? They just want to prove a point. You know what I mean? Without knowing the full story, you know what I mean? They make themselves look crazy out there. But today, guys, I'm gonna give you these 15 common quotes, which are regularly shared incompletely and actually mean the opposite of what these folks share the damn quote for, guys. It mean the opposite. So you know what I mean? Without any further ado, who we got in the house before we get in here? Oh yes. I need your email. I got an idea. I got a good idea on the collab. If you do collabs, I got a good idea, but I need your email. Salute to the sister. Salute to the sister. Take heed to the message. And we got my guy D Will in the building. D Will said, I only come for the premium content. I don't come for that modern woman crap. We already know what they do. We already know. We don't want to hear that shit all the time, right? Salute to y'all that come for the information. You know what I mean? That y'all don't need to stay in a trance. You know what I mean? Hearing the same shit all of the time. But guys, can we get some music? Can we please get some music? Because we finna have a good one today, guys. You know me, something nice. You know, our Friday, our mellow out music. You know what I mean? Our mellow out music. Not that old, because y'all always want to give me some old rowdy, knock somebody down. No, give me some mellow out music. We're gonna educate them today. We're gonna educate the people today. You know, for the folks that what you do for the community, what you do other than tell the truth, you know, because telling the truth ain't good enough. Telling the truth ain't good enough. Telling the truth all the time ain't good enough. What you do? So I'm gonna educate the community because I told y'all it's the parents that need education. There ain't no teach your kid nothing. I'm gonna teach y'all today so that y'all can have something to teach your kid. But where's the music at, man? I'm trying to stall and shit, man. You got me rambling and rambling. Hit the music. Nah, that ain't it. See, that's that shoot 'em up. That's that shoot 'em up joint. We don't want to shoot 'em up today. We want to mellow out. That's it. That's it. That's the type of sound. That's the tunes, and that's the type of sounds. You know what I mean? We have for this, for the education, guys. Again, guys, these are 15 commonly used stupidly used quotes, which our peoples, they share it around to prove a point, and they look crazy, and it actually means the opposite of why they share it. You know what I mean? So let's go. Let's get straight on into this, man. Let's not even waste no time. Salute to my peoples on Facebook that saw that little mini video I did, and I had two of these in that mini video, and y'all was like, yo, you got to do a whole video. So I got y'all today. Let's get it, y'all. Number one, let's knock it right out the box, guys, and let's break it all the way down with why this is foolish. And they only tell you the first half of this. Y'all didn't know that the second mouse gets the cheese. Yeah, they tell y'all the first half of this, guys, right? People have been sharing this early bird get the worm quote for decades. And what they mean with it is those who are first get to reap the best rewards. In business and in life, we know that that's not the case, bro. That is not the case. In business and in life, guys, there are certain cases when being the first one to move has nothing to do with what reward you're gonna get. You know what I mean? Sometimes it may have an advantage if you move first. You know what I mean? Sometimes it may have an advantage. But since we don't know how that road ahead, we don't know what's up ahead. Remember, we don't know the road up ahead. It's not that clear. You might want to consider trailing behind someone, which will minimize your risk. You see how that works? You see why that second mouse getting the cheese gonna always be vital. You're gonna always want to know that information. You want to know that part. You don't just want to be running around here with the early bird get the worm part. Because once you learn the second part of that, you be like, wait a minute, hold on, fuck all that early bird get the worm. You mean if I get some skills, I could sleep late, I could come in at 11. It's the reason why those are people at your job, right, that come in at 11 o'clock get paid more than y'all. Those of y'all that get to punch in the clock at 7 and 8 o'clock, it's the reason why the folks that get to come in, sleep a little later than y'all, avoid the traffic, it's the reason why they get paid more than y'all and y'all at the same building. You know what I mean? Come on now, keep that music going, man. We finna cook today. Man. Mr. Approach, what's going on, man? All right, now, you know what I mean? You get that though, guys, right? You see how when the trailing behind, it minimizes your own risk. You see how you saw that first mouse get got. So now that cheese is sitting on the trap waiting for the taking. It's not gonna hit you again. I ain't never see a mouse trap that repeat. You know what I mean? If you see the mouse get got, the first mouse get got, then you know that cheese is there for the taking, bro. Until the owner of the house come and pick up the dead mouse, and I mean, you good. Take the cheese and go. But, you know what I mean, they only share that first one. The early bird get the worm. You know what I mean? This shit crazy to me, guys. You got to pay attention. In business, it's not about who did it first. It's about who did it right. You know what I mean? You got to remember, Google wasn't the first search engine, and Facebook wasn't the first social media platform either. You know what I mean? Remember, MySpace was before Facebook. But Facebook outdid MySpace because Facebook found a way to make everybody sign in with their real name. Or with a name. You got to sign in the motherfucker first with something. You see? And that's why they were able to get the cheese. You know what I mean? Although MySpace was the early bird that got the worm. Guys, keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind all the time. Not sometime, all the time, guys. Then, guys, if you was to take this, right? If you was to take that quote, right? The same people that'll post that quote, you know what I mean? If you was to put that quote to parenting, put that quote to being a mother, what does that mean if you're a mother and you really believe in this early bird get the worm? So imagine you're a mother and you have 3 children, right? So do that mean that the kid that get the worm that get up early, he get to eat. That's all you gotta feed for the day. Nah, see, it ain't even about that, guys. You know what I mean? It ain't even about that. Get the information. The second mouse stayed back, trailed back, got intel, so he know how to move. Because remember, that road ahead is not clear. So you would want to get as much intel as possible so that you could be 10 steps ahead, thinking backwards, guys. Come on, man. Y'all hear these songs. Y'all be knowing these songs and shit, man. Y'all be following the wrong shit. But in any event, guys, we broke down that one. We went through that. We broke down that one very, very good. Number 2, guys. Curiosity killed the cat. You know what I mean? That's what you hear all of the time, especially when you young. When you young, you hear that a lot, right? Because that's what they use to keep us out of the grown folks' business, you know, the gossip. Because grown folks' business is gossip and bullshit. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't getting us out of poverty. They ain't leaving us behind nothing. That grown folks' business be capped, y'all. But that's what they use to keep us limited, to keep us in our place, right? Curiosity killed the cat. But what they don't tell you with the rest of that incomplete ass quote is satisfaction brought it back, guys. You know what I mean? It's so crazy how the actual meaning of these phases is the exact opposite of what people use them for, right? You heard this one where little with the point being that sometimes it's better not to stick your nose where other people don't think, you know what I mean? Like your parents. When you want to be curious in life, guys, you always want to be curious. You know what I mean? You want to go with the unknown. You do not want to be comfortable in life. You know what I mean? See, he who is curious is not comfortable because you always learning, you always figuring it out. Once you get comfortable, you get complacent. And that's when you stop learning. And once you stop learning, then you stop living. And once you stop living, then you know you slowly dying, guys. You know that. Guys, sometimes stuff is worth pursuing, guys. Truth is, sometimes it's worth pursuing, you know what I mean? And you got to remember, our parents would rather see us safe rather than successful, guys. Our parents want us to be safe. They don't want us to be successful. I mean, they want us to be successful, but if it was over our safety, they'd choose our safety all of the time. All of the time. Especially your mothers. You gotta remember, sometimes what others stay away from is exactly where you should be headed. Especially my mgtow brothers, yo. We going the opposite way anyway. So wherever the sheep is going, you damn sure best believe we going the opposite of a way. Exactly, 7 signs. That's what keep you in the box. That's exactly what keep you in the cage, dressing your cage up, pretending that you winning when the goal is to win. Now this next one, I like this one. I love this quote, guys. It's simple, and I use it all of the time, guys. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it burnt in one, guys. This one is real simple. All they tell you though is Rome wasn't built in a day to slow you down, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. Like, you're not going to be able to do all of that. You're not going to be able to do all of that. But they don't tell you the other half of that. You know what I mean? And that work double-sided too, guys. That work double-sided. You know how we use it. We use it. If you've been over here, then you know this quote is spot on. Spot on. Without self-improvement, bro. No matter how long it took you to get you to where you at. If you let the wrong female in your life, females as well, you let the wrong energy in your masterpiece that you built. Now, I'm talking to those who have did the work. Now, I mean, if you have done no work, then can't nobody tear you down because you have not built nothing. But if you have done the work and you have built yourself up, if you dealing with the wrong motherfucker, because you remember, hurt people, right? And people with nothing to lose will help you lose what? It will help you lose everything. Not just some things, right? They will help you lose everything and blame you. And then blame it on you. I ain't asked you to do that, or I ain't tell you to give me that, you got to be careful out here, guys, with your Rome. You got to treat your Rome like your Rome is extraordinary, like it's the extraordinary city Rome is. Know what I mean? You got to understand, patience, effort, resources, that's the shit you put into you, bro. You put all of that into you. Time, effort, resources. And it didn't take one day. It took more than a day. Know what I mean? You could also take away from the quote, no matter how hard you've built a reputation, right? It can go away in an instant if you don't take it seriously. Same goes for your marriage, your relationships. Know what I mean? It's a lot of people that find love but throw it all away, bro. It's a lot of y'all have already fumbled your bag, bro. You fumbled your Eve already, bro. You only gonna be able to deal with Liliths now, bro. Know what I mean? Forget about Sarah, bro. Forget about Sarah. You can forget about Sarah, bro. Remember, the goal is to catch you at Eve and make her be Sarah. You going to teach her and force her how to be Sarah. But some of y'all can forget about it because, you know what I mean? What didn't take a day to build your relationship, for a night of pleasure, for a night of some mediocre coochie, nigga go and throw it all away. Nigga go and throw it all away. A lot of y'all messing with these prostitute women that you know they out here looking for a come up, bro. These prostitute women, they looking for an essay come up, bro. They looking for it. These bitches are writing everything down to the date and time and hour, bro. You be surprised, bro. It ain't gonna hit you until you really forget about her. She off your mind because you paid her. You paid her to go away, right? And then you go on your shit because you was a bum, right? When you did this. And now you get on your shit and you get good and you start to win. And now that prostitute come back around the corner, bro, talking about, yo, 2020. You got to be careful out here, guys. Next, guys. Jack of all trades, master of none. Oftentimes better than a master of one. Now, this is a lot to unpack, so let me break this down. But you have heard this before a lot of the times in the black, especially in the black community. Jack of all trades, master of none. You know what I mean? That's how they try to play the person that got a little bit of knowledge in a lot of areas. I mean, you ain't gotta max out in any one area. If you know a lot of areas, you are that much stronger than the person that only know how to do one thing. So don't let them fool you now, because it'll be them one-trick ponies that'll say that. That'll say shit like this to other people to try to discredit them from being versatile, guys. You know, and I'm big, even though y'all know, I'm big on, you know what I mean, finding what you specialize in and maxing out that. But I'm also big on making sure you taking in information. I'm also big on not blocking yourself from information from anybody, no matter how they look. You know what I mean? Because you want to be diverse. You know what I mean? Life is like an algorithm, right? It's no one thing you could do, right? Life is like this YouTube algorithm. It's no one thing that's going to get you to plop and go viral. It's a mixture and a combination of many things. You know what I mean? You could be the best cook. If you don't got manners, then you're probably not going to be able to sell what you cook. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you got at least above average. You ain't got to be a whole 100 in any one of these tanks of life. You just got to make sure you are above average and as many as possible, guys. Simple. Simple. You know what I mean? This one right here, guys. Oh my God, man. This one right here. Ah, man. Ah, man. Blood is thicker than water. Now, this is that shit that they keep you in some whack soil. You gotta remember, you are a seed. You are not responsible for the soil you was planted in. That soil that you planted in is family. Remember, that's the family. You are the seed. You know what I mean? You didn't ask to be here, but your moms planted you in the family that you know what I mean? You in this family, you in there. That's the people around you. So that's the soil. If that soil is not fertile, right, you're gonna have to at some point be absolutely real with yourself. Don't play the cousin game, the kissing cousin game, and no, you're gonna have to be absolutely real with yourself, and you're gonna have to remove yourself from that soil and plant yourself into some better soil so that you can grow. You're never gonna grow if you play this family game, bro. If you play this toxic family game where you gotta be around them cause y'all family and y'all slept on the floor together at grandma's house and you know what I mean, and fuck out of here. If you really wanna win, if you really wanna win, if you don't wanna win, then you can play that game. Cause you see it's a whole lot of losers, bro. It's a whole lot of losers, bro. 60% in the black community is losers. You know what I mean? Shit crazy. But the real meaning of that is blood of a covet is thicker than water of the womb. Meaning the brothers you go to battle with, the people you go to war with, the people who you believe that the ideology you believe in and what you really believe in wholeheartedly, and the people that fight for that same thing and align with you is your blood. That's your blood, bro. Thicker than the water of the womb of anybody that came out your mother that you might be blood related to. It has nothing to do with that, bro. Everything to do with the battle, the team. This right here, we are a family. You know what I mean? We are more real with each other than we are with our own family, bro, because they can't handle this. They can't take this. You know what I mean? They can't. And that shows you blood is not thicker than water, bro. You need water to live. You know what I mean? You need water to live, bro. But you know, that was Jada right there. That was one of them locks. You know what I mean? Word. We gotta stop, man. We gotta stop. Yo, y'all got any other quotes? Y'all got any quotes that y'all have heard that was on some bullshit? Cause you know it's a lot of them. You know what I mean? It's a lot of them. What we got next? Oh, let's get this one out the way right here. Money is the root of all evil, right? And they get this, guys, from... Nope, wrong one. They get this from Timothy, 1 Timothy 6:10. You know what I mean? But you see where it says, for the love of money is a root. And you know what I mean? So it's other routes too. It's other routes. Don't let them fool you. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. You see? So it's not the root of evil. Because if that, and it's weird to me, right? Because that would mean that all of the women that's down here trying to be independent and doing anything for the money, because now they're making an excuse because of their choices and the decisions. You know what I mean? wouldn't that mean that they're down here lusting the money? They're loving of the money? Child support? That's love of the money, right? Because you done made a sexual decision. You was irresponsible. You made a sexual irresponsible decision. You and the man, but now you feel you need to get paid for your sexual decision. That's loving of the money right there. That's loving of the money to me, but that's never here, never there, guys. But y'all said that's where they get it from. They get it from there. And I mean, they quote Apostle Paul. That's the guy who wrote that. They quote him wrong all of the time, guys. I don't understand why they do it. Listen, y'all know how I am, man. I talk all about money, yo. You know what I mean? Everything I talk about is about money. My name, down to my name, Goodbread, is about money. You know what I mean? And it's weird to me. Money, God wants y'all with money, but it's like people be trying to make it out to be, you know what I mean, criminal and evil. Money is an amazing tool, you know what I mean? Without it, you can't do nothing. You know what I mean? You can't build nothing. You can't. Now, the real quote has a subtitle, but very important difference in what is seen as negative, that's being the love of money. See, Apostle Paul gets misquoted a lot, and by pushing the false agenda, you're not doing anyone any favors. If you go back to the original text, you'll realize that the entire stance of the story is focused around sin. Remember, I showed y'all the text right here. It's focused around sin. You know what I mean? With the love of money being one of the sins, having money shouldn't be something we encourage, we discourage. It should be something we encourage, since it allows us to push societies forward, build, and grow. You know what I mean? Being obsessed with material things is one thing, but having money to open up schools, open up foundations, that's totally different. That's totally different. But you'll hear this from a lot of people who don't have money. They try to make that as like a way to feel better for them and their lack of, you know what I mean, building and doing anything worthwhile. Number 7, guys, Carpe Diem. And that's an incomplete quote, guys. You got to remember that quote really reads Carpe Diem Qualum. You know what I mean? And it means seize the day, put very little trust in tomorrow, the future, while the youth use it as Carpe Diem, and it's an excuse to go YOLO. The phrase relates more to getting as much done today, for you don't know what tomorrow will bring. There's a big difference there. You see the difference there? A lot of people will use that term and expression as a way to be like, fuck it. Remember how the same thing that's that weed shit. That weed shit that had you like, fuck it, put some shit off, procrastinate on some shit, won't get no shit done. But that's not what that's saying. It's saying get everything done today. Now, get everything. Buy all the groceries so that you can make the pie later. You know what I mean? Buy all the groceries so you can make the pie later. It'll be easier on you that way. It's easier that way. Number 8, an eye for an eye only makes the world go blind, guys. Now, we all heard this eye for an eye joint. And, you know what I mean? Ain't no right or wrong on this. Either way, you show a lesson. A lesson is learned. You know what I mean? You need to forgive, but not forget. You know what I mean? But don't act revengeful, guys. Don't be catty. That's my message for this. Don't be catty. You know what I mean? You could go back and forth and Know what I mean? You don't want to end up with what they call Pyrrhic victories, where you win, but you really didn't win, bro, because now you're all fucked up. So you got to understand, right? If somebody take your eye, then your next move gotta be final, gotta be finite. You know what I mean? Your next move I'm not promoting violence, I'm not doing that, none of that, but I'm just telling you, if somebody take your eye, your next move gotta be final. All right? Oh yeah, that be humble joint. We know about that be humble. Cause God to take it. God ain't finna take nothing you worked hard for and he gave you. You know what I mean? God ain't finna take nothing that you worked for. He'll take it from them who's scamming around, sitting around waiting for people to give it to them. But those will be the folks that'll tell you that shit, oh, be humble. Cause that's their way of telling you, stop growing. Because your growth reminds me of the decisions I am scared to make. And if you grow too much, you're not going to be around me anymore, and then I can't use you. That's why they say be humble. I tell you, motherfucker got 2 times to tell me that before they will never chill around me or be around me ever again. Ever again. Number 9, guys. Winning isn't everything, guys. Winning isn't everything. And we already know this that participation award shit right here, guys. You got to notice how the losers only share the first part. And this quote comes from the famous Vince Lombardi, guys. I mean, winning isn't everything, bro. It's the only thing, bro. It's why we wake up in the morning, bro. You see, people just competing with the wrong things. Instead of competing with themselves, instead of winning against the person that they was yesterday, they feeling that they got to compete and keep up with others. That's where they go wrong at with this one right here. But winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. Shit, my boy George Steinbrenner said, it's second to breathing, guys. Winning is second to breathing, guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they ain't gonna like that. The partition trophies will feel that the world has gone mad trying to make everyone feel like a winner and taking away the pride of those who busted their asses off in order to get on that podium. Nature rewards the best performers, and up to this point, we tried to model our whole society based on that. Guys, it's pretty much hypergamy, guys. That's your biology. It's in our biology to want to do better. It's in our biology to want to bag the hottest female, you know what I mean? To want to have the fastest car, to want to max out on what it is that we like. That's just hypergamy. You know what I mean? That is the way it is. That's the reason why it's here. That's the reason why it's like that. Imagine if the women weren't the way they were, then the guys wouldn't compete. That's where it's going wrong now, because the women are misusing their hypergamy. They're fucking the whole ecosystem up, like I said on the other live. So now you see a lot of men who don't even feel the need. It's really no need to really work hard, right? Because you see it. It's a lot of men on a self-improvement. But for what? When you get off of the self-improvement and you've gotten rid of the stupid shit your mama taught you, you got nothing to deal with but bitches that's still holding on to the stupid shit they mama taught them. So it's kind of all fucked up. The ecosystem all fucked up right now. Shit crazy though, guys. But and if you notice, guys, the mediocre section, they're yelling the loudest. They're yelling the loudest to fix the rules, to try to fix and swindle the rules instead of just fixing them. They spend a whole lot of energy trying to fix the rules and try to speak how the rules should be instead of just fixing them so that they could get in the game and not have to do that. Why sit out the game? Why you really want to play in the game, but before you play in the game, you feel you got to rig the game so that it can fit you instead of you just maxing out on you so you can get in the game and have fun and play the game. Shit weird. But this is the internet, guys. This is the vibe. This is the absolute vibe on the internet right now, because the internet allow you to get on here and pretend to be who you want to be. You know what I mean? Shit, the internet made you, what your mother said, possible without her having to do anything. Because remember, you could be anything you want to be. And then she stripped all of the resources, stripped every single thing that would make that possible. But internet brought it back. The internet said you could be anything you want to be. And y'all ran with it. Y'all ran with it. You know what I mean? And it's sad because the losers don't have a problem pretending that they won. It's the winners that's going to have a problem with that. Because then at some point, the winners are going to be like, yo, why did we even go hard? Why is we even going to go hard? But listen, I'm not here to tease you for not winning, but I'm not ever going to pretend that you won anything. I'm not. That's not what I do here at my channel. You know what I mean? At my channel, I don't do that. I don't tease losers, but I do not make losers feel like they're winners. You know what I mean? We're going to get out of that. You know what I mean? We're going to get out of that participation award over here at all. We're not going to do that. All right, guys. Number 10. Birds of a feather flock together, guys. Of course, you know, this is a good one right here. This is a common one. We hear this one all of the time, guys. And this one got a lot of meanings. It got several meanings right here. This is the blueprint right here. This is the blueprint to racism. This is everything, guys, right here. Birds of a feather flock together. The second part of that quote exposes the fakeness of the reality we live in today, guys. Because what they don't tell you on the second part of that is birds of a feather flock together until the cat enters the vicinity. Once the cat enters the vicinity, then you'll see that everybody ain't that cool as they pretend to be cool. It don't matter how close colored their feathers are. It wouldn't matter. When the cat entered the cage, you know what I mean? That segregation is crazy. You feel me? And it's like that. Think about it. When you put that template on this racism joint, right? Right? You see how a group of black folks could team up and talk about the white man all day, and how the white man holding them back all day, right? You let the white man come in and hire one of those black boys, and what's going to happen? It's going to be like, because even if you was to throw breadcrumbs throw a loaf of bread in the middle of those birds of a feather flock together, you'll see. Throw some bread there. Throw a little crumb of bread there and see. You see what I mean? So it just shows you how niggas be phony. It's self-preservation, bro. People everybody had their own self-preservation. Everybody out for them in this world, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, birds of a feather flock together because, you know what I mean? If you similar in nature, you gonna gravitate towards one another, just like how we black. So it's easy to be like, oh, you black, I'm black. So we could gravitate. So already we got something to rock with. You know what I mean? It's vague. It don't really, it's no substance behind it, but it don't show what they're about and what you're about. Your self-preservation, what you really about, is just a common cause. You know what I mean? Until an external crippling force poses a threat to each member, and as an individual, the nature of that situation quickly shift from a group mentality to a self-preservation mindset. You know what I mean? And you'll see. But they still share. They're only sharing birds of a feather flock together, though. You know what I mean? This one is a crazy one, guys, because this is a weird one, because people use this to this day. Ignorance is bliss. The rest of that quote, though, is, it is folly to be wise, guys. You know what I mean? This shit is crazy. They saying it's better not to know something because it don't hurt you, you know? That's that shit right there. What you don't know won't hurt you. fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't hurt you until it get confirmed. You know what I mean? I even heard that, like, when I was doing one-on-ones and the chicks and the guys, they talk about affairs and shit, guys, where the girl will say she didn't find out that he cheated. If she didn't find out she cheated, it'll be all good. Everything would be all good. Like, no, you would want to know the truth, you know what I mean? Guys, this phrase is from a poem by English writer Thomas Gray, who was reflecting on the notion that the more you age, you learn about the world, and the pressures of adulthood falls onto your shoulders. He is not speaking about ignorance. You know what I mean? He referencing the earlier days of his life, guys, and how, you know what I mean, of his existence when he was a child. You know what I mean? That's what the entire quote is talking about. You know what I mean? Being young and not having to stress about the world the way you do now. You know, like, if you would have knew then as a child what you know now type shit. But y'all turn this quote into some crazy shit, like, you know what I mean? Adults who is wise, you know, no matter how, you know what I mean? No matter how brutal the truth is, you want to know it. You want to hear it. You always want to be aware of the truth. You know what I mean? Because that's when, it ain't until you know the truth that you can proceed to fix and move forward. You know what I mean? So people weird, though. People weird, like not wanting to know the truth. Nah, the truth will set you free all the time, guys. All the time. Next, guys, the meek shall set you, the meek shall inherit the earth. We talked about this earlier, guys. We talked about this earlier. You know what I mean? This should get lost in translation right at the word meek, which does not mean poor or humble. You know what I mean? The original meaning is something along the lines of those who have the strongest weapons, yet keep them shackled, shall inherit the earth. And the weapons is the knowledge, the word of God. Whoever can teach their kid, their offspring, their son, the word of God, so that he can then pass it on and pass it on and pass it on. That's that, guys. You know what I mean? Message, that's that right there. It ain't got shit to do with poor. So if you think you're going to sit around here and stay poor and make poor decisions and not care, because I don't give a fuck, and God going to swoop down and bless you because you did that dumb shit, you a fool. And I don't know who taught you that, but they fucking up your life. They fucking up your life. You know what I mean? But I repeat that, guys. Those who have the strongest weapons, yet keep them shackled, shall inherit the earth. Guys, it's also, it was written, guys. This is straight from the Bible, so you know I'm not gonna kid y'all, guys. Blessed are the meek. And see, that's what people they try to be funny with the word meek, guys, and they try to paint it out to be poor and shit. You know what I mean? That ain't got nothing to do with you staying poor and making dumb choices in life, making bad choices and decisions. You supposed to be teaching your kid the word of God. You supposed to be teaching your kid the sense. Remember, that's the basic instructions before leaving earth. That's all that is. It's a manual to how to be a perfect human being. Right? Yeah, y'all like perfection, right? Y'all put that makeup on. Y'all wear that mask. You know what I mean? But yeah. It's just an example of where the poor and the weak, they tried to elevate themselves on an imaginary stage of moral superiority, guys, in order to make sense of their less than average lives. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They keep lying to themselves that poverty caused by an inability to add value to the world is some sort of virtue. And then they got the nerve to try to villainize us. The people that figure it out, they try to villainize us for it. You know what I mean? Shit crazy, guys, but you just gotta watch these slick folks. Those are the ones that yell, be humble. You gotta be humble. You know what I mean? They gotta understand that the world is ran by children of tycoons and change makers, bro. This world is ran by those. And you know what I mean? Not poor people, not people that had kids and brought kids into poverty and then sat there and thought God was gonna just strike niggas and imagine that. Come on, fuck out of here. What kind of, that's the shit that's fairy tale, not the Bible. The shit y'all be thinking the Bible's supposed to do without y'all doing the work. That's the shit that's a lie. That's the shit that they took out the Bible. When y'all go run around here talking about what they took out and what's a lie and what's false and this. Man, go sit your ass down, man. Number 13. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Yeah, this one was a weird one, yo. It's actually, you can't eat the cake and still have it. That's how they should have just said it. You can't eat the cake and still have it. But this shit, you can't have your cake and eat it too. That shit is kind of confusing, you know what I mean? But all this is, guys, is it's about sacrifice. This whole life come down to a sacrifice, bro. You know what I mean? If you eat that cake, then you don't have that cake. You feel me? What the fuck you sitting there want to hold it for anyway and show it off and like, you know what I mean? So if you ever buy ingredients to make a cake, I would hope that you want that cake. Don't be one of them fools out here getting materials and getting shit just to say you have it. And people is doing that, guys. Peep where I'm going. Because this goes somewhere right here. This goes to where you'll have somebody settling with somebody just to say they have somebody so they could stunt for a season or for a reason. This attests to those folks that's scared of their lonely season. They feel they gotta have somebody up around them all the time. Sometimes you got to sacrifice and embrace your lonely season. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your man now. You got to sacrifice that girl. You know what I mean? You got to embrace your lonely period because that's the season where God trying to talk to you. God trying to talk to you. You know what I mean? So you got to embrace that. You got to embrace that, guys. Like I said, it pretty much boils down to a choice you have to make. You either going to enjoy the cake or keep it. If you eat your cake, then you no longer have it. And like I said, personally, the only reason you should ever buy a cake is if you plan on eating it. Anything else is dumb. All right? Next, guys. Number 14. We almost wrapping this up. Life is short. Right? You hear that all the time. Life is short. But you don't hear the rest of that quote, right? Life is short. But it's actually the longest thing you'll ever do. Think about it. Let it marinate, guys. Life will pass by quickly compared to everything else in your life. It's the longest thing you get to experience. The idea that life is short transpires the notion that you don't get enough time to do all the things you want. And in reality, there's plenty of time. You know what I mean? You just gotta not be one of them people that fall into that pattern. You know what I mean? Where you're at work, at home, at work, at home. And you know what I mean? If you fall into that rat race and that pattern, then of course, life is short. You know what I mean? Guys, I know some people, it's been some months that I know me and Ms. Goodbread done lived 2 lifetimes. You know what I mean? In 2 months. You know what I mean? There's people that have lived a lifestyle in 2 months that people have never lived ever, not a minute of, guys. And that's all in your choices and decisions. If you trap yourself into this working for somebody else, if you keep that old blueprint on how to win at life, that old fairy tale, then you're going to get them old results, bro. You know what I mean? If you come on over and get this new information, you at least guarantee new results. You know what I mean? Don't fight it. Don't fight it. I might not be the best. I might not be the most articulate. I might not look the most professional. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. It's your loss. And last but not least, guys. Last but not least, I know I got a number 15 on this motherfucker. Oh yeah, definitely. Last but not least, my bad. I didn't have it written down. That's why. But yeah, I know y'all all heard this one. Great minds think alike. Foley the fool. Foley rare differs. It's crazy, guys. Great minds don't think alike, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now, guys. Great minds don't think alike. It has just the right amount of sass, this one right here, right? Great minds think alike. And the right point across, just because a massive amount of people agree on a situation does not mean they have the right answer, guys. We see that clearly, right? We ain't been voting right as a people since I don't know when, right? We damn sure ain't vote right this past term. And that's a mass amount of people, right? And they all think alike, right? And they thought to vote Biden in. And what happened? Funny how this democracy, right? This shit right here ain't really working, right? Because the majority somehow is always the weakest. The majority is the most emotional. The majority is the most have the most feelings. The majority is the wicked, right? If 80% of the people is demons and only 20% of people is godly and pure, bro, and probably less than that, then what do that tell you, bro? How is great minds thinking alike, bro? Facts always and often differs from opinions. No matter how strongly you feel about it, we're living in the post-truth period where feelings have become more important than the actual facts. We've seen this with the rise of the boycott, just for the sake of boycotting. Guys, shit getting crazy, guys. But there you have it, guys. 15 common quotes which are regularly shared incompletely in the black community. I hope you was able to get something, pull something from it. You know what I mean? I hope you was able to get something. Even if it was a small ingredient, just something. Remember, small increments over small periods of time create big success. You know what I mean? As you work on what you need to do better, I will work on what I need to do better, especially to deliver the message to you. You know what I mean? So none of us is perfect. Remember, Lucifer was the last person he made perfect. He ain't messing with it no more. So Adam is not perfect. And you Adam. But don't stay Adam, bro. Alright? Do not stay Adam, guys. Y'all guys, I got any questions? Or is there any other quotes that you guys heard growing up that might have float your that twerk your twizzle, like that gets you so peed off when you hear it, because you know it's just manipulative and it's just foolish. And then they be on social media. You see these people, they up there right now. If I was to pull my Facebook up right now, you'll see the dumbest of dumbest sitting there sharing these motherfucking posts around, don't even do nothing that they share. Don't do nothing that they share. We need to normalize actually doing what the fuck we post. And then they keep the stupid shit going because it's kids on this platform. So they'll see so-and-so who posts this stupid shit and they'll think it's a fact. They'll think it's the truth just because so-and-so status. Just because so-and-so got 30 likes. They don't know so-and-so be thirst trapping. So so-and-so got all them likes because the boy's waiting for her to post a naked picture or some titties shaking or some shit. So she mixing a little bit of titty shaking and then a little bit of Maya Angelou. Oh my God, yo. What don't kill you, make you stronger. That's a good one. I don't know why that one ain't make my list. That's another good one. Listen, if I hit you in your head with this brick 100 times, you gonna die, bro. That's a fact, bro. You see, you got to remove the feelings, yo. Shit be sounding good, but the shit be all wrong, guys. What don't kill you, make you stronger? Really? Bro, like I said, if I beat you over your head 1,000 times, but you're gonna die soon. So no, that's a good one, KD. Good one. Definitely wrong right there. You're gonna die. Don't let nobody continuously nag at you. At some point, eye for an eye. At some point, eye for an eye. This is what they tell you, right? When they have no information for you, right? And they finna give you some shit that's not gonna do nothing for you. It's not gonna kill you. No, it ain't gonna kill you, but it's not gonna benefit you either. And you know what I mean? What don't benefit is non-useful to you. It has no use for you. It has no use for you. But again, you know what I mean? We all come here. We all was brought here for business reasons. For business reasons. They ain't have no plans laid out. Unplanned sex don't come with instructions. You know what I mean? Unplanned sex, bringing kids into poverty, don't come with instructions. So, you know what I mean? You gotta never mind them. They just had enough time and resources to put food on the table and clothes on our back. You know what I mean? Don't talk about this shit to them. You're gonna get them mad. But guys, I'm gonna go on and wrap this up. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Again, like I said, for these type videos, these information what they call it? Infotainment ones, these infotainment videos, these are gonna be in the membership. So this will be for like a week. You'll be able to rock out, you know what I mean, do whatever you need to do, but then it's going over to the membership. We already have a bunch of them joints on the membership, top 15s, and that's where the real information is, guys. You know, we go over how to get out of poverty, how to escape poverty. You know what I mean? There's a video on there, me and Mrs. Goodbread, 15 steps to force your way out of poverty. You know what I mean? So I like to give you the list. You know what I mean? That's the best way I know how to execute when it comes to information. So, and like I said, guys, we do these in our one-on-one group, private group chats. You know what I mean? We do these type videos where we get right, guys. We get really, really right. We got access to this information now, guys. There's no reason to be walking around here sounding stupid, talking about old shit and ancestors and motherfuckers. Shut the fuck up, man. Let's talk about some new shit. You know what I mean? Let's talk about some new shit and let's get out of this. All right, guys? Yo, peace, love, respect. Y'all wrap up, strap up, enjoy your Friday. Do not play with your life, guys. Word.
You are not niggers. You are not coons. You may smoke reef and drink wine and do crazy, wicked things, but you are not a wicked person by nature. You have lent yourself to wickedness, but you are a divine creature that must now come into the knowledge and power of your own divinity. And no preacher can resurrect you into your divinity. It takes God himself to bring you into your own divine nature. So we're not dealing with prophets. We have walked out of prophet teaching this is the time and the presence of God. So I don't talk about God will come. God is already here. And he's working in me to resurrect you to your divine nature.